Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can send over 3,500 cold DMs on LinkedIn in just under $95. Now, if you can stick around throughout this entire video, at the end I will be showing you exactly how you can automate this entire process from A to Z without spending a single cent. So without wasting any more time, let's dive right into it. Now, let's start from the Sales Navigator contracts. For each contract, you can send 800 emails per month, and an email simply equals to a cold DM. So about 800 cold DMs per month per Sales Navigator contract. Now, this thing right here only applies to open profiles, and let me show you what do I mean by that. In here, we have Carson, and when we message Carson, it says open profile, so we can send a message without any issues. But when we click onto this lead, for example, and it says use one of 99 credits, here we don't have an open profile anymore because we are going to use our credits. And as you can see, we only have 99 credits per month, not like the 800 right here. So make sure to only send these messages to the open profiles, and later on inside of this video I will show you exactly how to find these open profiles in bulk. Now, you can apply as many of these contracts as you want onto your account, but the safe limit to avoid any bans and any suspensions is 4 contracts per LinkedIn account. So if you do the math, 800 times 4, we are sending roughly 3,200 cold DMs per month, so about 110 emails per day. Now, a Sales Navigator contract usually costs about $120 per month, just for one contract, which is actually pretty high. But if you have a contract provider, you can pay this for as little as $20 per month per contract. I pay myself about $16 to $20 per month for each of these contracts. And if you want my own personal provider to get these contracts, simply send me a message onto my Instagram. The link is going to be down below in the description, and I will send you my provider for absolutely free. Now, getting back to this, again, we can send roughly 110 emails per day with 4 contracts. And on top of that, you can also send 800 connections per month per LinkedIn account. Now, the connection is a little bit different from the actual emails. The email is just a normal cold DM, but on the connection, you can send a message, the actual cold DM, once the people that you've sent the connections to actually accept your request. Now, on average, you have about a 30 to 35% connection acceptance rate. So that means usually 30 to 35% of the people that you send the connections to actually accept it. So that equals to roughly 280 connections. So that translates onto 280 messages per month. Now, you may be thinking, why do we need to send this extra 300 messages a month? Well, the reason is that the reply rate, so the amount of people that actually reply from these messages, from the connections, rather than the emails, are much higher. From here, I have about a 10% reply rate, so about 10% of the people that I contact actually reply. In here, because these people have shown some kind of interest by accepting my request, I have about a 21% reply rate. So it's very important that you send these connections coupled with the emails every single month. Now, all of this translates to about 3,200 emails a month plus 280 messages per month. So roughly 3,500 messages every single month, which could be a bit more if you have a higher connection acceptance rate. Now, being said all of this, let me show you exactly how to automate this entire process. Now, all you need in here is a simple software to automate the sending of the connections and the message after they accept, and the sending of these emails completely automatically. Now you have a bunch of these softwares that you can find online, but the best one that I personally use is called Linked Helper right here. And this thing is about 15 bucks per month, so it's very, very cheap. So if we do the math, we have right here 4 contracts. Each are gonna be roughly 20 bucks a month. Could be even a bit cheaper, depends on the provider. So we do this times 4, we have 80 bucks a month for the actual 4 contracts, plus the software to automate the sending of this with the connections, which is, again, should see it, 15 bucks a month. We have about per month 95 bucks, and let me put it like this, 95 bucks a month to send a bit over 3,500 messages, again, every single month. So this is very, very cheap, because if you just sign one client from this and that client pays you at least 1K, you have literally made 10x of what you've just spent. So this is really, really efficient if you don't want to spend that much money when it comes to finding clients. Now, let's get back to the actual Linked Helper software. Once you have this, once you bought the standard version, you don't need a pro at all. You only need this. Then once you open it, it will look something like this. And all you want to do is create 2 campaigns for the connections and for the emails. Now let's start from the connection, which is the, I would say, more complex one, when it's actually not. I will show you right now. So you click on to create campaign. Obviously make sure to log in with your own LinkedIn account. Then click on to invite and follow up. The invite is the connection, and then the follow up is the actual message once they accept. Here put connection campaign or something like that. You click on continue with selected template. Here, don't put anything in here. This is for the connection. When we send the connection, do not put anything, nothing. You want to leave that blank. So you click on save and close. This is because if you have some messages in there, it can lower your acceptance rate when you send the request. So it's very important that it's blank. Click on to next. In here, then you want to put the first message that you're going to send automatically once they accept the actual request. So in here, you can put anything like first name, like can I pitch you my stuff, whatever your first message is. Then you click on to save and close, click on next, and click on to don't send message. Here, leave it like that, click on next. Here, put this thing right here. And then you are pretty much good to go. And all you have to do now is simply import the leads onto the campaign and just send them a simple message. When it comes to the connections, you don't need to have open profiles or not open profiles. This does not apply on the actual connection thing. So you can just get the leads and then you are good to go. Now, I won't go too much in depth about how to properly set up all of this, how to scrape the leads, how to import them onto the campaign, how to actually run the campaign. So if you want me to make a video specifically on that, simply let me know down inside of the comments. Now, once you have the connection campaign, then we need to create the email campaign. So you click on to create campaign right here, click on to email sequence, put this onto email campaign, click on continue. Here you want to put, this is the actual cold end that you're going to send them, just like with the other first message from the connection campaign. You want to have a subject line in here, whatever that thing is going to be. I'm just going to put something random, hey. And then here you want to put the actual first message. So first name, let's just put hey again. Then you click on to save and close, click on next. Click on to I don't want to send a second follow-up email, and then simply click on to finish. Once you are done in here, as you can see on do not override, you want to put this onto Sales Navigator because we are using the Sales Navigator contracts. So click right here and then you are good to go. Now, as you can see, once you add in the leads, you can also qualify these based on are they open profiles or not open profiles. So once you have the leads scraped in here, again, you can do this very simply by just going onto the LinkedIn connection thing, find the leads, let this get the leads for you, and so on and so on. Again, I will make a video more in depth if you guys want it. And once you're done, once you have the leads in here, as you can see, it says right here, I believe, open link. So if you only want people that have the open link, click on to yes, and only keep the people that have these open link. To get the people that you don't want, click on to no, select these leads and just delete them. This way you don't have to manually check who is actually an open profile, and you can simply do this with the actual campaign. And once you are done, simply click on to start, and the campaign will start sending the messages completely automatically. Also guys, make sure right here onto the settings and the limits to set these up properly. For example, the invitations or the connections, I send about 50 connections per day. And here onto the email, which I do not see here, I have without limits. You want to put this, for example, as we said, about 110 per day. You put 110 per, you put 24 hours, and then you click on format and save, and you are good to go. Make sure to play around the bits with these settings just to set everything properly. This is very easy. It's not going to take you more than 5 minutes. Same thing with the campaigns and then scraping the leads as well. Now, let me show you how efficient this system can be if you set this thing properly. Now, this is based from the general KPIs that I actually see from these systems performing time and time again. Now, let's say you are sending 3,500 messages a month. You have a 10% reply rate, which is about what I have personally. You have about 350 total replies. Then you have a 10% booking rate. Myself, I have a 13% booking rate, so just a bit higher. You get 35 booked calls. Let's say you have a 20% closing rate, which is pretty good. Not that bad, but pretty good. You sign 7 clients. You have a 3.5K offer. You have just collected 20.5K in new revenue from this system by just spending literally $95 per month. Now, obviously, this is going to be varying a lot based on business to business, offer to offer, market to market, and so on and so on. And obviously also on the people that do show up from these 35 booked calls and a lot of other things. But if you set this up properly, I cannot see how you don't add an extra 5 to 10, even 15, 20K per month just from this system. And that is literally all you have to do when it comes to automating this entire process. Now, just to finish off the video, you can have, again, 4 contracts onto per account to be safe. If you want more, simply have a different LinkedIn account and just repeat the process. Obviously, it's gonna cost you a bit more because you have 2 accounts and 8 contracts. So instead of 95, there's gonna be about 180 per month, but then you are sending, instead of 3.5K messages a month, 7K messages. That's the only way that you can scale this, not by applying more accounts, but by having more profiles. Again, the limit is 4 contracts per LinkedIn account. Now guys, this is pretty much it for this video. I hope you actually found this valuable. If you guys would like to have this kind of systems directly implemented within your own business, there is a link that you can click down below this video, which explains more in depth how we can do this, if this is an actual fit for you, and so on and so on. So I don't want to bore you out with this stuff. Again, if this is something that you may be interested in, maybe looking for at the moment, then you can do so at the link down below. If not, that's totally fine. Thank you so much guys for watching this video throughout this entire length, because I know it was a bit long, and I will see you on to the next one. Bye bye. Ciao.